Hello, welcome pack. I've got 4 Raging Tempest booster packs to open with you and 1 Invasion Vengeance. Let's bless the 5-pack magic. The first Raging Tempest pack. Got a lot of good support in the set, so I'm looking forward to doing it. I have opened up boxes and boosters in the past of the set. So the first card would be Perform Foul Handstand Raccoon. Second card would be Zodiac Ram. I believe this might have been a promotional card in one of the special editions. I might be getting confused with the chicken Zodiac, which was in the End of Raging Tempest one. So that's a pretty good card. We've got Ritual Beast Return, so more Ritual Beast support. Very useful card for any Ritual Beast players. Now this was a really big one when it first came out. This was Wind Witch, and the introduction of Wind Witch archetype. And this is quite a big archetype coming out of it, as well as Invocation and Alistar. This is Wind Witch Crystal Bell. This is the fusion one, which is 1 Wind Witch Winter Bell and 1 Wind Witch Monster. It's quite a nice beat stick at 2800. Oh wow, this is really nice. You've got Subterra Cave Clash. Now this is the Subterra card, and this is a good support card, and it also means that all Subterras gain 500 attack and defense. Once per turn, when a Subterra you control inflicts damage to your opponent, you can target 1 Subterra in your graveyard, accept this card and add it to your hand. So it's quite a useful bulk up for your attack and defense, as well as targeting as well. Another good support, another good archetype that was introduced was Shino Birds. This is obviously the Shino Bird support. I think they've got 3 or 4 main monsters, and I think you got Baroness, Shino Bird, Baroness Peacock and Baron Peacock, and they're kind of the main boss monsters for the archetype. Hopefully I'll get some more support, and basically this card is kind of a general spirit card with a 500 boost, similar to the Subterra support. Quite a useful card to have. This is obviously Symphonic Warrior guitar. This is obviously Symphonic Warrior support, and it's nice to see the symphonics from the Anamine come into play. Zodiac Bunny Blast. Really interesting Zodiac design, and it's just another useful Zodiac card. Rank Up Magic Cypher Ascension. This is obviously based around XYZs and the Cypher archetypes, so it's nice support. Moving on to our second pack of Raging Tempest. As you can see, we've got the Raging Tempest pre-release card, or pre-release mat at the background. This is something that I got during the pre-release season. Really interesting card design, and this is Metronome. It's kind of a standalone pendulum card, and it also enables you to bulk up the scales, and it kind of is a good attacker for pendulum decks. Here you got a Speedroid Horse Stilts, another good Speedroid support card with 1100 attack and 1100 defense, and kind of an effect machine. Now this was the main promo cards in the tail end of Invasion Vengeance going on for Raging Tempest in the special edition box. And this is Yoko Tuna, When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon one tuner from your hand or graveyard, but it has its effects negated. It's quite a useful card for synchro summoning. Cypher Extranger, another useful spellcaster card for the Cypher archetype. Oh wow, this is fantastic. This is basically support for Galia the Fierce Knight. So it's really interesting to see in some of the sets. You get support for older archetypes that have been in the game for so much longer. This is Envoy of Chaos. This is a very interesting card. It's a rank 4 dark monster, so I'm quite happy with that. And obviously we got more train support. This would be Heavy Armoured Train Iron Wolf, and it's a XYZ with 2 level 4 machine type monsters. Very useful card, and I just love the attack and defense of 2200, and it's a nerf monster as well. Another Symphonic Warrior support, and this is Mix. Obviously looking at microphones and voice recording, so it's quite a nice card. Wow, we've got Ancient Gear Howitzer. Obviously the Ancient Gear deck, which I'll be doing a video on the preset deck anyway, what you can get installed along with the Dino set and the Dino card decks. Obviously we're doing a profile view about that. This is obviously Miscellaneous Source, and this was quite a big card I see in some of the dinosaur decks. Usually people run 2 or 3 of this card. It is a really useful card. I think it's something to do around searching or negation. Yeah, it's a special summon one giant dinosaur monster from your deck from the graveyard, excluding a special summon from your deck. So yeah, it's certainly good support, and it's a good useful tool for the dinosaur deck, which I'll be doing shortly for you. Third pack, Raging Tempest. I got a Super Soldier Synthesis. This is obviously linked, I would believe, to our other card, which was the Blackluster Envoy of Chaos. As you can see, it's the same monster in the spell card. So it's really good to see monsters in spell cards, and I believe that it's been happening for a long time, but obviously you get not only within their own archetype but in other archetypes as well. And you can see that obviously in this one with Subterra monster, and you've got the Zodiac beasts attacking the Subterra monster. It's very interesting to see the kind of a competition and joining together of archetypes in the card design, which I think is really good for Yu-Gi-Oh! Another Handstand Raccoon. Ritual Beast Return, another useful Ritual Beast support. Wow, this is Subterra Nemesis Defender, rank 2, and I think the design is absolutely wonderful, and it just looks really good. Good Subterra support. Wow, look at that, we've got Zodiac Whiptail, and this is obviously another one of the key cards in the Zodiac deck. It's a good Earth rank 4 monster, and I believe that once you add it to the XYZ, let's just have a little look. This card is a good banishing card for when you basically attack an opponent's monster after damage calculations, banish that opponent's monster. So it's quite a good strike effect at the end of battle. This is Shirakuno style Samsanta. It's obviously a new zombie kind of spirit card that's come out in the set. It's good to have new support. Shinobird Crane. I believe there's another 2 Shinobird Pigeon for 1, and I think there's another one with Crane. And it's obviously a good kind of effect spirit kind of support card, and it's obviously a wind spirit, winged beast, 1500 attack and 1500 defense. I will do a overriding summary of Shinobirds and tell you more about it in the future. So I've got all of the cards for Shinobirds and basic NJ anyway, and I'll be able to do a basic overview. This is obviously Flower Guardian Cherry Blossom with Curtain. I've played against Flower Guardians, and they are quite a, I'll probably say they're quite a monotonous deck because you're constantly doing the same thing, but they can be very colourful with their extra deck monsters, so quite a useful thing, and if you know the effects then you can play them really well. I have another Symphonic Warrior guitar. Obviously, as I said before, Symphonic Warrior support. 4th card, card pack. And this would be Ancient Gear Hunting Hound. Another Ancient Gear card for Ancient Gear attack. Shinobird Crow. This is another Shinobird support card for Baroness Peacock and Baron Peacock. So very good support. Wow, look at that. So as I was saying to you earlier on, the Galea the Fierce Knight mini kind of thing and the Blackluster Soldier archetype have got another trap support with this card. Terminal World next. Another interesting